Hey everybody, this is Missilechicken with a review of Transformers War for Cybertron for Xbox 360. Again, PS3 version's probably about the same. So your character select menu on your missions, you can choose from several different Decepticons War Autobots, several of the old G1 characters, Megatron, Soundwave, Starscream,
What are we gonna do now, Megatron?
Shockwave if you've pre-ordered it from GameStop, or Jazz for the Autobots if you pre-ordered it from Best Buy. But going back to the Autobots, you can play as Optimus Prime, Ratchet, Bumblebee, Ironhide. If you're a G1 fan, you're really going to like this game. Pretty much just transform anytime you want to, go through blowing things to pieces with your guns and stuff. It's really cool. Pick up Energon for health. Over here you see Omega Supreme just magnetizing these Decepticons and just tossing them around like rag dolls. And Omega Supreme is actually the boss
We can't fight this thing.
the boss that you fight at the end of the Decepticon campaign. And you get to play as all these characters, Megatron and all these guys. Transform on the fly. Gameplay is really similar, or kind of makes you think of a cross between Gears of War, Halo, and Call of Duty. Multiplayer especially feels that way. It's got the Call of Duty style ranking system, but the gameplay feels a little bit more like Gears of War.
It's no use, Megatron.
I mean, it's not, and Halo, it's like not really getting in and out of vehicles because you are the vehicles. So my buddy Nate was saying. Here you see Megatron opening the door with Dark Energon. That's the story behind the Decepticons campaign. Is Megatron finds Dark Energon, and he's the only one that can actually harness it and use it for his purposes. And so he does. And the way they treated Megatron in this game is awesome. It's like they actually did him justice. He just will not quit. He's not the cowardly little wimp enemy that's usually in a game or a movie or something. He's actually, I'm going to do this. You are not going to stop me. I don't care what the cost. And you see that as he goes up against Omega Supreme, but he just will not back down for anything. Which, I mean, Megatron, they could not have made his character any better in this game or paid a better tribute to G1 Megatron. I mean, obviously he can't be the gun because he can't move himself as the gun, so they made him a tank again, which is fun. I mean, I like Transformers Generation 2 as well, so that's cool with me. Here's just some of the gameplay. You and two other Decepticons going through just blowing up Autobots. This Autobot's carrying a heavy weapon right here, and you can pick up weapons, and they don't actually go in your hand. They become part of your arm, and you'll pick up Energon crates with ammo and stuff in them. You can see right there, it's a very powerful gun that guy had. It's one of the tank type characters. Here's some of the Autobots just going through fighting, just to show minor differences. There's two different abilities you can select. Megatron's is a drain and a hover, and the hover attack makes his weapons more powerful while he's in the hover mode, and the drain literally drains life from the enemies. So that's pretty cool. Optimus has like this dash move. It's like a quick boost, almost like the one in Armored Core, where you're just scooting from side to side or whatever. And his other ability is the War Cry, and when you use that, your teammates get a boost in armor and weapon damage. So that's pretty cool, and that also extends to multiplayer. All this stuff extends to multiplayer because you can select two different abilities for your multiplayer character, and if you're playing as leader class, you can buff your friends' damage by using the War Cry, or you can buff your own damage by using the hover, or whatever you happen to have your guy equipped with. And that actually breaks down into different other classes in the multiplayer, but That's coming up in a bit. It's just Optimus Prime going through some new builds and acts, which is really awesome. They're paying tribute to the old cartoon in that too. Optimus has the Energon axe, and Megatron has the Energon mace that he had. Really smooth gameplay. It's really just lightning quick, everything you do, except for walking, which goes back to the whole Gears of War part. And this game is actually made on the Unreal Engine, so I mean it's kind of natural that it would feel like Gears of War, but it's really a G1 fans game. I'm not going to ruin the battle with Soundwave, but that's just awesome. That's probably my favorite part. What you're seeing here is sort of like Gears of War, the Horde mode, or in ODST, the Firefight mode. Just like waves of enemies coming at you, and you just got to take them out. Online, 1 to 4 players. You can't do offline, so anyway, it's Shockwave going up against a bunch of like Zeta Prom clones, and that's pretty much it. Like Horde mode, Firefight mode, you've seen it, you know what to expect there. Just a little look at the character creation. It's a little bit more in depth than making a class on Call of Duty, but not much. You select your weapons, you select your perks and abilities, you select from a couple different chassis, Autobot or Decepticon, and then you get to pick colors for those chassis. So the character creation isn't incredibly in depth, but hopefully they'll fix that on the next one. And I'm not going to ruin it, but the ending leaves it pretty much open for another game coming out. Yeah, so here you just see me painting this guy and painting him on a secondary color, and that's pretty much all the customization you get. There are 4 classes. One's a scout, which is this character, which is like a small sports car top, and they have like a cloaking ability and things like that. The scientist is like the jets, like Starscream and those guys. And they have healing abilities, less health, but like healing abilities, and they can drop a sentry turret. The leader class can do the war cry, and just different things like that, and buff up your people. The soldier has the most health and has the whirlwind attack, which is like your waist will pivot in like a tornado. You can keep walking, but your torso just like spins around, and whatever gets in your way just gets beaten to death with a hammer. So I mean, they've kind of fleshed them all out. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. Once you get done creating them, you get to name your character. I mean, it's pretty cool. I hope the next game actually expands a little bit more and lets you actually create more of a character rather than just like picking a couple colors. Which I know that would kind of be hard because I mean, it is a Transformer and they have to go from vehicle to robot. So the aesthetics would be kind of hard to adjust in that. But hopefully they'll find a way to kind of expand on that. At least let us pick like different heads or something. Anyway, online is kind of, I don't know, not really populated right now. There's only it's averaging about like 7,000 people online at once, which, I mean, that's cool because there aren't enough people to play, but I mean, Halo and Call of Duty still regularly have like hundreds of thousands of people on. But anyway, it's a great game. I mean, it's just some of the multiplayer, playing King of the Hill. Here's the whirlwind attack, which take one guy out and get killed or whatever. But you can take out several people though if you if you're just lucky enough for there to be a lot there. Anyway, check this game out. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I'll see you online on Transformers. Thanks.
Node contested. Node control.